According to research presented at the conference, over 55 million hectares of land in Africa has been illegally grabbed since the year 2000, and it continues unabated. NGOs and academia are starting to raise the issue continentally in an attempt to raise awareness and to try and find some workable solutions.
We're looking at sustainability, we're looking at governance, and most of all, we're looking at beneficiation. Generally, like you say, land grabs happen to be it's a very sensitive subject. And the idea behind this conference is, first of all, to have a platform where we start to talk about these things, where there is dialogue. Because so far, we seem to have been talking past each other.
On a philosophical level, land grabs are seen as part of a far bigger problem.
Yeah, it's about the ethical dilemma we are facing. We vote people into power, and then all of a sudden, those who are in power, they forget the constituency which they are representing. They forget the mentorship or the support they could get from the people who are there, the intellect. And as it were, they end up in these traps, and which we call land grabs.
The problem is widespread and not confined to any particular geography.
Interesting to note that even universities using their hedge funds are actually trying to grab land. That's Western universities. We have politicians. It's not only a foreign problem, but we also have locals, citizens of the respective countries who are politically connected, who are actually grabbing land.
Land grabs take on many guises. In Botswana, there are 3 types of land ownership: state land, tribal land, and freehold. The largest proportion is tribal land at around 75%. But the problem isn't in the rural areas, it's in the cities and towns.
In the urban areas also, there are people who acquire land which is meant for civic and community, which are more for the use of the community. But then they change that land into other uses like commercial centers, which are meaning they are changing the use so that they can make more money.
When you think of land grabs, you traditionally think of large tracts of open agricultural land that are stolen by corporates. However, there's also the peri-urban stuff that you've got to watch for. The bottom line is that if the policies and procedures aren't in place, people will take advantage, whether they're foreigners or locals. I'm Angelo Coppola for CCTV in Midrand, Johannesburg.